Okay, getting more deeper into the realities of motherhood.
Yes.
One of the big things you've been pushing the kind of get the attention and get people to really start like talking about is hyperemesis.
Yes.
How do you pronounce that?
Hyperemesis.
Hyperemesis. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's right. And so like first of like people do check out your channel, they'll see that the video that you had on that has like completely exploded. It's got over 100K views.
I know. I think I'm famous.
Yeah, you are famous. Oh my god, paparazzi.
Paparazzi,
Guys.
stop. Calm down.
But I think really though it showed just like the relatability and like how much people were waiting for someone to speak on such a topic. And so like speak on a little bit now. Talk to me. If someone have no idea what that is, talk to me a little bit more about what hyperemesis is and your experience of it.
No, definitely. A hyperemesis is intense and persistent amount of nausea and vomiting. So when you're pregnant, you can have morning sickness, which is like you're just a bit sickly, throw up a little bit in the morning, in the evening maybe. Hyperemesis is debilitating. Like you cannot go longer than like 5-10 minutes without throwing up. Like it's just continuous. Like you have to go have IV drips and you have to take medication. There's only 5 medications that you can actually take that are pregnancy safe while you have hyperemesis, and they don't work for most people. I don't want to quote on everyone, I can't speak for everyone, but for the majority of women, you'll find that like they don't work because they haven't put enough research and funding into it. They just give you medications that might work for somebody else's treatment or other diagnosis, and they just kind of give them to you. It's horrible. I don't think there's enough words to really describe what hyperemesis feels like or what like it does to you as a person. Like you're already starting off pregnancy and motherhood on a bad step. Like you have 9 months, and that 9 months you're meant to be like preparing mentally, financially. Like you can't do any of that. Like your job, most women you'll find have either lost jobs or couldn't get into work, so they had to get sick pay instead of their full pay. Like you get hit in so many angles. Like physically, you're throwing everything up. You cannot walk. I couldn't like stand up. I would pass out. Ambulances would have to come.
God.
It was really bad. Like I thought I was gonna die a few times. Like I was just laying on the floor, just waiting to just be taken because like that's how bad it was. Like your body is constantly contracting. Like, and you have a baby in there that's kicking you at the same time, and you have to feed them, but you can't feed them because you can't eat because you're throwing it up. So there's so many things, and you just get hit from every angle. Like emotionally, you already start off with anxiety, depression. Like I would be so anxious to eat anything if I smelled food. Like, well, then you feel bad because you need to eat to grow the baby, right? But you can't do it, and then you feel bad, and then you start to get depressed because you're like, is this gonna be me for 9 months? Like I haven't even become a mum yet, and I'm already like struggling. Like you're fighting for your life for 9 months straight. And I had hyperemesis from I was about 6 weeks in till the minute they pulled her out. I threw up literally right before they pulled her out.
Fuck.
Like right into the end. Every single day, multiple times a day, like hundreds of times. Like
That's crazy.
it's wild.
That's crazy.
It's wild. I don't think anyone can really like explain that feeling.
Yeah, that is crazy too because before you spoke about it in the video, I'd never heard of it.
Most people haven't.
And that
I didn't
shows-
even know about it.
Yeah, that shows like, because I was researching it too, like I got some stats here that I want to read for people to understand. It affects 1 to 3% of like pregnancies, but that's like people that's like actually been reported because most of it is dismissed as like typical
Most
morning
people don't
sickness.
even know they have hyperemesis.
They just think it's morning sickness and it's like, but it's actually not because it's actually way worse. Like
worse.
there was a stats like 1 in 10 considered terminating the pregnancy.
Yeah, 100%.
Because of
I
it?
was one of those 1 in 10. 100%. 100%. It's such a touchy subject because like, it's such a touchy subject because the conversation of abortion and like pregnancy and kids is such a touchy thing. But I think you need to remember that there are women behind these pregnancies. Like, yes, there's a baby in there, but I'm a woman. Like I am a person myself. And you genuinely feel like you are dying. Like from the minute it starts, it does not stop. And you don't know when it's gonna stop. You don't know if it's gonna stop. You don't know what it's gonna be like. You can't leave the house because I'd throw up everywhere. Like I literally would leave. I remember going to Brent Cross and I'd throw up everywhere in Brent Cross. It's embarrassing. Like you just don't like it. And then you consider it, especially like I hadn't planned to have a kid. So for me, it was like the decision to go down that route seemed a little bit easier for me because I wasn't planning on having a kid to begin with. It would have seemed like an easier route to like choose not to go through with it. I think when I saw her heartbeat, I was like, okay, I'm like pretty sold. And I knew she was a girl in my heart, and I just knew I needed my daughter. It was it just happened. But I completely understand why people choose not to go through. In that comment section, the amount of women that said that they just couldn't do it, I honestly, that I hear it.
I understand, yeah.
And not that you ever should have to like justify why you don't want to keep a pregnancy, but
100%. And I think like Honestly, I think that's why I wanted to focus on. I wanted to go more into depth because, like, seeing the comments on that kind of comment section and seeing how vulnerable and real those people got in Dutch, like a public comment section, just shows to me that this issue, is felt by a whole lot of women, just not talked about.
No, at all.
And, like, it needs more attention. And
Yeah.
I know that you're doing things to kind of, like, bring the attention to it too.
Trying.
Yeah, but I think it's so important, and
Yeah.
I want to do mine kind of a little bit as I can. So I want to get into a little bit more about it. Like, you know, we don't know. You mentioned like they don't really know how to like get solutions.
No, there's no cure. There's
but
no
maybe
like
if
fix.
we kind of talked about your experience, and people will know if they're feeling it too.
Yeah.
You know, so that they have more of a way of, okay, this is not just one. This is actually this thing that I heard about. So like, talk to me about when did you know? Like, when did it start? When did you know something was wrong?
I had just eaten some Jamaican food. That was what
Rice and
kickstarted
peas?
it. It was literally rice
Rice and
and
peas.
peas, plantain. I actually say plantain, so don't check me for that.
It's fine. It's fine.
But
I'll just bleep it out.
yeah, like, don't tell him. I had curry goat, all of it, like a whole big plate
Yeah,
of it, and I was
yeah.
like, this is about to be delicious. Like I was like 6 weeks pregnant, ate it, and I started to feel lightheaded, and I was like, okay, like this feels a bit weird, but maybe it's just because I'm pregnant. Like I heard morning sickness is a thing, so initially your first instinct is, okay, it's morning sickness. They speak about that all the time. Everyone speaks about it. Everyone and their mum has morning sickness, so it's just morning sickness. It's fine. And then I threw up. Didn't feel any better after it, and I was like, okay, this is a bit weird. And then that whole day it just continued. From that day, Jeff, I kid you not, it did not stop until I gave birth. Genuinely.
Every day.
Every single day. In the morning alone, I'd wake up out of my sleep to throw up. From the morning alone, I think I'd throw up like at least 5 to 10 times.
Oh God, I hate throwing up
Afternoon,
too,
it's
like,
so bad.
It's like the worst.
And it's worse when you have a baby because your body's trying to go like that, but their head and their body's there, and it's bad. It's bad. And then the afternoon, I would throw up another like 20, 30 times, like literally just nothing. I couldn't leave the toilet. Like I literally was just sat on the floor crying, like you're shaking, you're sweating, like it's horrible. And then it just continues. And I think when I first went to one of my midwife appointments, I was like, guys, like I'm throwing up a lot. Like I feel really, really sick, like something's wrong. And they were like, oh, it's morning sickness. It's morning sickness, you're fine. Like it's morning sickness. Brushed off so many times. And you go to the midwife like, not really regularly, but like regular enough throughout your pregnancy. And I always voice it like, guys, I think something's really wrong. Like I can't, like I keep throwing up. So I went to the GP and I was like, something's wrong. Like I can't, like I have to get an IV drips. Like I can't get into work. Like my work aren't letting me work from home. Like I don't know what I can do. I'm losing money now. Like I can't afford this right now. I'm about to have a baby. Like I can't afford this right now. And she sat down and she was like, you have hyperemesis. And I was like, what is that?
How long into it happening did she start?
I think I was like 5 months pregnant, 4 or 5 months pregnant at that point, where I finally got told like,
So like
hey, this
months
is
afterwards.
months. And bearing in mind there's 30 days in a month. Throwing up 30 days
Yeah, back to back before they can even.
for 4 or 5 months, like you feel like you're going insane. I thought I was having a miscarriage. I thought like my body was rejecting the baby. I thought just so many things you think. And when I kept looking back, I was like, did I do something to make it start? Like maybe if I hadn't eaten that meal that day, but the truth is it was going to happen regardless of what I ate. But you try to find answers because no one has answers for you. No one can tell you what it is. No one can tell you what's wrong. And when she said it to me and she was like, you have hyperemesis, I was like, what is that? Like, tell me. Like my sister, she had hyperemesis. She didn't even know she had hyperemesis. It was only when I had it, like I spoke about it and she was like, oh my God, I had that. My mum had it. She didn't even know that she had it. And just from me doing the research into like what it actually is, everyone around me was like, oh my God, I think I have it. I think I had it. Like
that's so mad.
It's crazy. It's crazy because you just can't, like they speak about morning sickness so much. I don't know why they speak about morning sickness so much, but not hyperemesis. That to me doesn't make sense. It's like speaking about like a cut instead of like a stab.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Why are we speaking about the cut? Speaking about the stab wound, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it's the same thing. So many women don't know they have it. And then when she told me I had it and she told me what it was and she was like, hey, these are the 5 types of medication, like take one of these, like, or take these 2 together, take this one together. Tried all of them, none of them worked. I thought that was like my saving grace. I remember when I took the first one and I didn't throw up for like an hour. I was like, oh my God, cried, like bawling. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm not throwing up. Immediately threw up. Cried more because I was like, I thought it was over.
Yeah.
And then it just didn't stop from then onwards. And they referred me to a hyperemesis clinic. And I think in that clinic, I don't think anything happened. I think they just keep you under that so that they know that you have hyperemesis. So they're like, if something goes wrong, like refer her to that team. But I didn't like, I mean, they gave me a leaflet maybe or something like that, but that's probably about it. Like,
damn leaflets, man. I was given leaflets.
Damn leaflet. I don't care. I used that to throw up in. I threw up in the leaflet, okay? That's what I did. Honestly, like there's just no support. I didn't even know it was a thing, and most women don't.
Like honestly, I'm just stunned like by like the
crazy.
severity of what you went through, but also the lack of support and like the lack of information about it.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned like your family having that kind of like, whoa, I had that too moment.
Yeah.
Where it's like, this is generations that this has been happening.
Yeah.
But we just like
No
now.
one. Yeah, because I can imagine if they don't speak about it now, the technology and the research that we have now, I can imagine it didn't even exist back then.
Definitely.
Like they probably were just like, you're just being dramatic.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they said to me, oh, you're having a girl, so you have hyperemesis. Oh, she has lots of hair, so you have hyperemesis. I've seen some bold kids come out with, and their mom had hyperemesis the whole time. Okay, so that is not true. That is not the case. I think so many people don't know, and I think it's so important for like your people to know what it is and your partner specifically to understand what it is, because they will think that like you're gonna die at any given moment. Like that's literally what it looks like. Like it's horrible. And I think for the dads as well, I feel like you guys have to do the research into what it is if your partner has it, because as a woman you cannot explain in enough words what it feels like and how sad you feel continuously and how you have no energy. I look like a ghost, yeah. I had like no color in my skin. I was skinny. I was losing weight during my pregnancy. I didn't gain any weight. And I remember someone I worked with before, he was like, oh, you don't have a bump? Cried immediately. But I could like, what do you mean? Like, I feel bad that I'm not able to keep anything down. Like, and I was telling you don't see a bump. I was like 5 months pregnant, I had no bump because I couldn't keep anything in. Like, I don't know how she grew. I don't know how she came out so healthy, God willing. Like, I don't know how she came out the way she did, but I'm grateful because it doesn't make sense. You don't eat for 9 months.
Yeah,
how the hell do you grow a human?
Crazy. That's kind of crazy.
It's wild.
Like the amount of pain that you have to go through to even do that. Like
and that's before birth.
Like I can imagine the mental aspect, like physically, obviously, yes, but like the mental and emotional. You're talking about all these times that you just have to break down because it's just like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
I cried for 9 months straight. Truly cried for 9 months straight. It was horrible. Every single day it was horrible because I knew what was gonna come. And you get to a point where you've been throwing up for so long that you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here. Like I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna leave the house. I'll just sit here by the toilet all day. Yeah. Like. Yeah. It gets to you.
What was the reaction of the medical? Like, I want to speak about that too. Like, with the fact they had no idea.
Yeah.
What was like? Did you feel like it was just like willfully ignorant? Like they're just being like, oh, we just don't know. And like you were like, by the way, no, this is a thing.
Yeah.
That period of time where you're like, no, this isn't morning sickness.
Yeah.
This is something more. How did you feel when they were just kept telling you it was morning sickness?
It was heartbreaking because I already thought that I was crazy. Like I already thought that maybe like I'm just really having really bad morning sickness and like maybe I'm just being a bit dramatic with it. Maybe I'm just like leaning into it. Maybe I've processed in my mind that it's going to happen. So now it's my fault because I'm making it happen. Like you just question so many things internally before you go external to like, hey, no, these people are actually not like, they don't know what they're talking about. And I think so many midwives, they just jump to like, okay, you have morning sickness. Like you're fine. Like take a couple pills, you'll be fine. Eat some bread. Number one thing I heard, eat them damn crackers. I swear, if someone tells me to eat another cracker, I'll lose my mind. I remember when I went in there, like, have you had ginger biscuits? I was like, sorry? Say that again. Ginger what?
Ginger biscuits.
Ginger biscuits to cure me. Like, that's why they advocate that. They're like, eat ginger biscuits. If you read those comments, everyone got offered ginger biscuits.
That's crazy.
I swear, like, yeah, ginger biscuits might work for morning sickness, but for hyperemesis, they don't work. Like anything that works for morning sickness won't work for hyperemesis.
Yeah,
it's a whole different thing. It's crazy. I feel like how so many women speak about it and like come to you and tell you like, I went from a GP. The GP said I had hyperemesis, not the midwives. None of them said anything about it. And when I came back to them, I was like, my GP has said I have hyperemesis, and they were like, oh yeah, maybe.
They didn't even consider it. Like it's like two options, man. Like
literally, if someone says they can't keep water down, and your option, they were telling me, oh, just drink warm water then. I just told you I can't keep water down. Like I can't get it in my body. Like, I literally smell the water gone immediately. Like it's crazy to me, and they're just so like blasé about it. They're like, yeah, hyperemesis, it's fine. Like you're a little bit sick. Like no, I genuinely thought I was dying.
Was it helpful then that your family understood? Like at least. Because they're like, how did you get through it? That's what I'm thinking. Like,
the thing is that me and my family, while I was pregnant, we weren't on the best of terms. So towards the end we were, of course, but I think at the beginning, like there were so many things going on, and I didn't actually speak about my hyperemesis. I remember once I passed out on the floor. My mom came in, my sister was there, and they were like, okay, like you're really like something's wrong. But after that, I didn't really speak about my hyperemesis until like near the end. And even when you're pregnant and you're still throwing up, people are like, oh yes, you're pregnant, so you're sick. Everyone just correlates pregnancy and sickness and think that that's like normal. And it was only after I gave birth to her and I actually started like reading up on hyperemesis, I started speaking about hyperemesis, that now they're like, oh my God, like that must have been horrible. And I was like, it was horrible. I was
trying to tell you, man.
I was crying and no one was listening. But everyone just thinks pregnancy and sickness go hand in hand. And it's like, no, there's a line that is no longer okay. It's no longer just sickness. It's now like terminal. Like, that shit is crazy. I just can't. Even thinking about it makes me feel sick. I can't eat certain things. You have so many food aversions after you have the baby. Because obviously everything reminds you of that time. Like, I don't want to say words like milk and stuff. I throw up everything. I can tell you exactly what everything feels like throwing up, like any food in the world right now. I can tell you what it feels like coming back up, because that is how much you throw up. You remember it. You remember each feeling. You remember each smell. Like, it just starts you off in motherhood on the wrong foot, and it's just not nice. And I don't know why there isn't more research and understanding into it, because it's horrible. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And I have some enemies. I wouldn't wish it on them, I swear.
Not even them.
Not even them. Like, maybe one.
I mean, I haven't gone through it. I know you're talking about how there's lack of research on it. Yeah. So like young mothers are like, you know, listening to you and like, you know, what advice would you give? What advice do you give to people going through it?
With
like,
hyperemesis?
How do you like get through it with all this like lack of support?
Honestly, I can't give advice on that. I don't think I'm even educated to give advice on that, because I barely got through it. Like, that's just me being very honest. Like, I can't sit here and be like, yeah, just do this and you'll be fine. Like, there was nothing that helped me. There was nothing that saved me. I just had to firm it for 9 months, like, which is not a normal thing to do. And the only way that I can actually tell you guys, like, do this and you might feel a bit better, is if the research and if the funding gets put into the research in order for them to find something for me to then come and tell you guys, like, do this, because there is nothing. Hyperemesis, there is nothing in this world that will make you feel better, unfortunately. And it's such a hard pill to swallow, but it just is what it is. Like, I don't want to sit here and lie to people and give them fake hope. Like, oh yeah, it gets better around 6 months. Like, no, it didn't. Not until the end. It really didn't. But everyone's hyperemesis is different. Some people have it for like the first 6 months. Some people have it to the end. Some people only have it for like 3 weeks. Like, I can't tell you when it's going to end, and I can't tell you how it's going to start. But like, you're just going to have to go through it. That's it. Rest. Like, and that's why I feel like so many employers need to have way more support for their hyperemesis staff, because during that time you should not be working. Like, it is impossible to do your job with hyperemesis, truly. And no one does anything. No one cares.
100%.
No one cares.
Yeah. But I think the best, like, if you could say that, like the most helpful for you going through it is that now you have the language to describe it to people. And like 100,000 people have seen that video you make, so that at least makes them realize, wait a minute, this is a morning sickness.
Yeah, this
so when
is
they go
serious.
to the midwife, like, no. Nia told me.
I've had women text me and be like, oh my God, I went to my midwife and told them, and they said yes, and they gave me medication. I'm like,
yeah, that's like, you know,
oh God, thank you.
That's like super important.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how important that is. Like, you've been through it, so you understand it more than I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you understand, like,
I
honestly.
wish I saw TikToks about hyperemesis when I had it. I thought I was going crazy. Like, I genuinely thought I was going crazy.
I think it's important, like, to speak about these things so that people can have some understanding around it to actually help support. And like, I hope the things you're doing behind the scenes to kind of like bring more attention to it.
Yeah.
God willing, they'll come to pass, because it's like seriously needed. Like, even hearing about it, I still kind of like can't get my head around it.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to speak about too before we close up was the idea that I think we were talking about last time, how like you know, even today, how there's this process of you growing up, but also like, you know, having to stop that growth in order to help someone else grow up, almost, you know, that kind of girlhood interrupted, wink, wink.
Clock that.
Close it, clock that.
Clock that.
Clock that. Did you feel like you had to grow up too quickly, or did you kind of take on that responsibility? How was it for you, or how did you kind of balance it in your mind?